Sha'Carri Richardson, the runner, she's a track star bitch. She beat her man up. That evil monster. That's what y'all say about black men when they allegedly hit black women on the internet. Let me say that. This evil, evil woman beat the man ass. I don't hear none of y'all bitches talking about it, huh? No uproar, no videos, no 90-second videos, no no nothing.
It's not that bad. 100 women vs. Huh? What is that? I don't know what that means. As accountability. What is this?
All right, y'all. We are back with another episode of Juice the Squeeze podcast. And today, on this episode of 100 Women versus Accountability, we have Sha'Carri Richardson in the blue corner beating up her boyfriend, unbeknownst and for no reason, over at the airport. And we're going to jump into this content right now. Let's get it.
Look at your street, down in the lower right corner. That is Sha'Carri Richardson and her boyfriend, Christian Coleman. And Sha'Carri Richardson, we can see she body slams Christian Coleman. Oh my God. She is strong as hell. But she body slams him.
So for you guys that don't know, this is just a little take. They were in an altercation. And just as they tell you all the time, when a situation is getting heated or something like that, remove yourself. And as you're going to see in this video, Sha'Carri's boyfriend, the gentleman in question, tries to get away several times, even going as far as going to security to try to get her to stop or to, at least calm herself down, where she still escalates the situation. I want to hear you guys' comments and concerns, but let's jump into the rest of this content.
Into the concrete, like, his shoulder must be hurting him. Anyways, Christian Coleman, he tries his best to walk away. We can see Sha'Carri pushes him again.
Oh, baby, but let that motherfucking double stand and let that shoe have been on the other foot. I'm lying, y'all. The bitches was talking about it. I forgot to tell y'all. The bitches was in the comments saying, quote, all she did was push and shove him, end quote. Quote, shoving is not abuse, end quote. Well, what did he do for her to hit her? End quote. Baby, if a black man got on this motherfucking Beyonce's internet and said that shit, y'all would be in an uproar. It would be a reaction video to everything that nigga said in the comment. That shit would have been screenshotted. That shit would have been on World Star. That shit would have got him canceled. Y'all would have tried to find out his jaw. Y'all bitches are sickening, delusional, disgusting. I feel so embarrassed sometimes to be a woman, and this is why I'm here. Y'all keep saying, oh, we're not gonna put our hand in a box full of snakes to see which one is venomous. They're all snakes. That's what they all think about all women, that we're all hoes and we don't work hard. We want everything handed to us. That's not me, bitch. So I'm gonna get up here every day and get on y'all fucking nerves. Have a blessed day.
And now they return into the camera field of view. Christian Coleman is trying his best to walk away. Respect for him to keep in his hands and his anger, because things like these, remember, we're human beings and feelings can get to a point where we can't manage. But Christian Coleman, he tries his best to walk away. He kind of uses his shoulder to push her a bit.
So you see, she just punched him. Now, listen, this antagonized aggression from Sha'Carri on Christian is absolutely insane, because if the tables were turned, you know how quick people will be on the phone in droves trying to complain about him putting his hands on a woman? But as we can clearly see, this fully loaded damn airport with all these people seeing her do this, nobody is saying anything.
Sha'Carri Richardson, she's still pushing him. We can see
they're
they're
actively ignoring it,
out of the field of view. But that is the official footage, my people. It was recently released. As we know, she was in prison for a while, but she was released after. And, Christian Coleman, he did speak about it. Matter of fact, I'm going to play the clip right now.
Okay, yeah, let's hear about this, because what I've been hearing is that, Christian has been simping for her. And I would just say, bro, you got to press charges, because if this was on the other side, she would have put you up under the bus. And y'all are both athletes, have a name in the public eye. And I just think that this is absolutely appalling, because this is the thing that we have an issue with now in dating and relationships. There are so many women that say, black men don't choose black women. But if this is the results that we're going to get from our women, why would you want to choose that? That doesn't seem like something I would want. I don't want to be abused and then be like, well, we had a happy relationship. The things that we try to tell you to take up for now, instead of trying to build positive and constructive relationships, is absolutely insane. Because instead of putting yourself on the back burner so that way your kids can be happy and have a better life, more so now the partner, mainly the ladies, want their happiness to be the forefront of whatever relationship they are in, including those with their children.
Like, I don't feel as if like she should have been arrested. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, people have discussions and emotions and stuff like that. But she had like things that she needed to work on for herself, of course. And so do I, so do you, like everybody. And I'm the type of guy, like, I'm in the business of just like extending grace and mercy and love. And I feel as if like I don't try to look at obstacles either. Like, I just look at like situations like this to just like, take a step back, analyze yourself mentally, and then just try to see what you can do to be your best self so that you can move forward, so you can just be the type of person and a human that God needs you to be for his kingdom and for his glory. And so that's kind of how I look at the situation.
Yeah, so shout out to Christian, because I'll say this, glory to God, but God did not tell you to sit there and get abused. You honestly, if you look at the testaments, you can even see that that's not something you're supposed to allow to happen. But nowadays, this woke ass bullshit makes men think that they have to allow themselves to be abused, to be put down, and to be framed for other crimes when you aren't even the aggressor. So right now, I really want you, Christian, if you ever happen to see this content, to really take into consideration what would happen if the shoe was on the other foot. Do you think that they would say, I don't think that he should be in jail for being aggressive? Absolutely not. This type of thing is what prisons are for. And the fact that we try to sugarcoat it and to be lackadaisical is the problem that I have today. And I'm not saying that depending on whatever situation you guys had in between you all, there wasn't, cause for leniency. But the moment she put your hands on you, that she slammed you into a pillar for no reason, I'm going to say this, she needed to take a cool off in jail. And that's for sure. But let's let this content continue.
He's really in love with her, or she has something against him, right? But there you guys have it. He made it clear that he don't believe she should have been arrested. And I do agree. A lot of relationships, we have this, but I'm not going to try and normalize this situation, because honestly, we don't know what led up to that. So we can't really say, this and that, but
No, we cannot, but I don't give a damn, allegedly or not. If he were to have put his hands on her, and I'm only going to say this last time, there would not have been a question of whether this was something that happened in the background or not. It will be simply a man using his aggression to take control over a woman. So I want you guys to consider, are we really being equal, or are we choosing to put power in the wrong hands?
to try to keep her hands to herself, right? And I respect Christian Kuma once again, because his anger could have flared up. He could have done things that he would have regret. And, he kept his composure, he kept his calm, and he walked away. But as I stated, we don't know what led up to this, what was the reason that caused this. But, hopefully they figure it out, because at the end of the day, they're a couple. They seems like they love each other and all of that. So, yeah, I just really hope and wish for the best, man. That's all I can say.
Here's my prediction. Within the next 3 to 4 months before the new year, Sha'Carri will be single. Christian will have gone back on the internet and have changed the narrative on how he moves. And even if he does not, he will not be dating black women after this relationship. And I can assure you guys that, and I'm not saying that he's going to be against black women or anything like that, but he's not going to be openly dating them if this is the result that he gets. And ladies, down in those comments, let me know if you think that he should continue to date black women after this situation or not. Because we still have 27% of my viewers and subscribers right now are ladies, and I would love to hear your opinion. But as always, my good folks, you know how we do and get down over here on the squeeze. live as long as you want, never want as long as you live, and always squeeze the best juice out of life. Peace. And if you're liking this Friday night, I call it Friday Night Fight Night, but it's honestly turned into the accountability night. Please let me know. Drop down in those comments. Tell me what you've learned from this. Tell me how this could help you in the future. And as always, peace, guys.